Fellow Cameroonians, I am Dr. Simon Munzu, speaking to you on behalf of the Anglophone Cameroon Dialogue Forum, the ACDF. Today, 16th October 2017, I want to talk to you about the delegations that the Prime Minister and Head of Government has sent to visit the people of the Northwest and Southwest regions between 15th and 24th October 2017. This visit, according to a press release from the Prime Minister's office, is on the instructions of the Head of State. It is now 12 months since the current socio-political crisis in the Southwest and Northwest regions of Cameroon started. In these 12 months, many innocent lives have been lost, civil liberties have been eroded, property has been destroyed, the people's economic activities and social life, as well as access to internet, have been disrupted. When the territory of the Southern Cameroons united with that of the Republic of Cameroon on 1st October 1961, to form a new state, the Federal Republic of Cameroon, it brought into this union of equal partners its own heritage in such areas as democratic politics and governance, justice, education, public administration, policing and the maintenance of law and order, the economy, infrastructure, and culture. In the light of this, the heart of the Anglophone problem today, which has given rise to the current Anglophone crisis, lies in the fact that for 56 years, this heritage has been purposely and systematically dismantled. For 56 years, Anglophones in Cameroon have been marginalized, dominated, and subjugated. They have been made to feel as a conquered people, as second-class citizens in their own country. On the 1st of October 2017, and for several days thereafter, state security forces used firearms against peaceful and unarmed civilians in towns and villages in the two Anglophone regions, pursuing them in some cases even into holy places such as churches and other places of divine worship. The dead are still being discovered, counted, and buried in our towns and villages. No one knows exactly how many there are. The wounded and the maimed are still being treated. No one knows exactly where, how, with what, and by whom. The disappeared are not yet accounted for. No one knows exactly where or how many there are. The traumatized are still to be psychologically rehabilitated. No one knows how long this will take, nor who will pay for the care given them for several months or even years. Fellow Cameroonians, it is in the midst of all this that the Prime Minister and Head of Government decided to organize delegations to visit and commune with the population of the Northwest and Southwest regions as instructed by the Head of State. We want to ask the following questions. Mr. Prime Minister and members of the delegations sent to all the 13 divisions of the Northwest and Southwest regions, we want to ask you this. During 2 full weeks of killing, wounding, maiming, disappearance of Anglophones, and destruction of their property in your home regions of the Northwest and Southwest, from the 1st to the 15th of October 2017, what did you do for your suffering people? You did not speak up for them. You did not protect them from the ravages of state violence. You did not even visit and commune with them until now that you were instructed by the head of state to do so. Should we conclude from this that you would never have come to your own regions in these circumstances if the head of state had not instructed you to do so? Are you that unconcerned about the fate, the suffering, and the hardship of your own people? How are the people of the southwest and northwest regions supposed to interpret the fact that in 12 months of socio-political upheaval, killings, wounding, maiming, disappearances, destruction of property, and deprivation of basic human rights, the Council of Ministers chaired by the head of state has not convened even once to discuss this crisis? In 12 months, this crisis has not been examined even once at any of the monthly cabinet meetings chaired by the Prime Minister, who is an Anglophone. In 12 months, neither the Senate nor the National Assembly, whose members are said to represent the people, and both of which are dominated by members of the ruling party, including many senior-ranking Anglophones, has debated the Anglophone problem at any of its sessions. In 12 months, none of the governing organs, that is to say the Congress, the Central Committee, and the Political Bureau of the ruling party, has been summoned even once to examine the Anglophone crisis. Mr. Prime Minister, why are your delegations that are meant to visit and commune with all the people of the northwest and southwest regions made up exclusively of members and sympathizers of the ruling party, the CPDM? If Cameroon is truly one and indivisible, why are your delegations made up of natives of the Anglophone regions alone? Our Francophone brothers and sisters, especially those of the ruling CPDM, so unconcerned about the people of the southwest and northwest regions that they would not want, like you, to visit and commune with them? Honorable Prime Minister, if you consider the undeclared but very effective state of emergency that prevails in the northwest and southwest regions, if you consider the high level of militarization of these two regions, and if you consider the continuing lamentation of the people of these regions over the dead, the wounded, the maimed, and the disappeared, what is the normalcy to which you say you and your divisional delegations have been instructed by the head of state to encourage these two regions to return to? How do you and the elite accompanying you ensure that there are conditions for the return to normalcy in these two regions? Do you have the power and the authority to do this? What dialogue do you propose to have with the population of the northwest and southwest regions, Honorable Prime Minister? What will make the dialogue, as you wish it, constructive? If you and members of your divisional delegations, being Anglophone and an Anglophone Prime Minister, Anglophone ministers, Anglophone public office holders, Anglophone senators, Anglophone members of the National Assembly, and Anglophone traditional rulers, if you dialogue with the population as envoys of the head of state, who then will represent the Anglophone people in this dialogue with you? By the way, why are you the ones dialoguing with the people of the Southwest and Northwest regions? Are you in dispute with your own people? Do you have a problem with your own people, which you hope to solve and resolve through this dialogue? When it comes to dialogue over the ongoing Anglophone crisis, are you supposed to be the head of state's envoys to your suffering people, or your suffering people's envoys to the head of state? What is the agenda for this constructive dialogue, as you call it, that you have embarked upon? How is the dialogue to be conducted? What is its expected outcome? How binding will its conclusions be? With several delegations going to all the 13 divisions of the Northwest and Southwest regions at the same time, what consistency will the content of the dialogue have across the two Anglophone regions? Honorable Prime Minister, could it be that this hastily concocted dialogue with the people of the Southwest and Northwest regions has been prompted by the need for the head of state and the government to be able to report to some prominent international personalities who are scheduled to visit Cameroon next week? That dialogue between the government and the Anglophone people that was recommended by the international community took place between 15th and 24th October 2017. Honorable Prime Minister, for 56 years, the people of Southern Cameroons, West Cameroon, and now Northwest and Southwest regions of Cameroon have been asking for dialogue concerning their fate since the beginning of the union of their territory with that of the Republic of Cameroon in 1961. In over 5 decades, their call for dialogue has been systematically ignored by the ruling elite in Yaoundé, who have dubbed them unpatriotic, extremists, secessionists, and of late, terrorists and dogs. Well, now that the governing elite in Yaoundé appear to have accepted and acknowledged the need for dialogue, the people of the Southwest and Northwest regions believe strongly that the time for dialogue has come indeed. However, the only dialogue worth having now is that which would lead us to put an end, peacefully and forever, to the domination, subjugation, and marginalization of the Southwest and Northwest regions of Cameroon and their people by the governing elite in Yaoundé. In this connection, on Friday, 13 October 2017, the Anglophone Cameroon Dialogue Forum delivered a letter by email to the President of the Republic calling on him to convene a national dialogue on the Anglophone problem and transmitting to him a document entitled The Civil Society Proposal for a National Dialogue on the Anglophone Problem in Cameroon. That document is now available for wide circulation and consultation by the public at home and abroad. Prior to attending the national dialogue, the people of the Northwest and Southwest regions will meet in a preparatory conference reminiscent of the AAC-1 in 1993 and AAC-2 in 1994, which some may want to call AAC-3. In that preparatory conference, they will agree on the set of issues to be tabled at the national dialogue on the Anglophone problem, which is expected to be convened by or on the instructions of the head of state. They will also, on that occasion, designate the people to represent them at the national dialogue. Fellow Cameroonians, our constitution stipulates that Cameroon is one and indivisible. But if this unity and this indivisibility of Cameroon are to be more than just constitutional slogan, they must rest on the paradigm of one nation, two systems. Fellow Cameroonians, as I said at the beginning, I brought you this message on behalf of the Anglophone Cameroon Dialogue Forum, the ACDF. The ACDF is a civil society organization. It emerged in March 2017 as a network of Cameroonian individuals and groups based in Cameroon or abroad that are committed to finding a lasting solution to the Anglophone problem through a genuine, frank, inclusive, and comprehensive national dialogue. The network comprises individual members, political parties, professional associations, women's and youth groups, associations of traditional rulers, religious bodies, and other interested parties. Any individual or group can join the ACDF at any time just by sending an email to info.adf@yahoo.com, info.adf@yahoo.com, or a text message to +237 695 256 460, +237 695 256 460. My fellow Cameroonians, thank you for listening. God bless you. God bless our country, Cameroon. Thank you.